Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chaotic Minds. I am your host, Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase, and I am joined today with my co-hosts.
Hello, guys, girls, and squirrels. My name is Henry Monty, also known as Mayhem, the Heart's Maze. Hey, how you guys doing today?
Greetings and salutation. I am Dark Trooper coming from you live, aka from my couch. I know I did not make
everybody. It is Dom and it's Dominant Visions, and you're ready to open the third eye. So let's have a good evening.
And we're sorry to say that the Supreme Llama Overlord, he traveled to too many dimensions, got a little too hot because he got a little close to the sun. Not feeling good today as, he pulled a Mario Brothers and the sun bit him. Llama's a little crispy today.
No, he pulled an Icarus, got too close to the sun.
Right? Yeah. So he will not be with us today, sadly. Maybe he'll be in the chat, trolling us like usual. We'll find out. On that note, Thunderbase.
But with that, we are going to get started with how we usually do with our relationships with Mayhem Hearts Mace.
Hello, guys, girls, and squirrels. Hope all you guys and everybody else are doing well today. Now, relationships and communications. So, on that, when it comes to relationships, communication is key to all relationships. You should be honest and respectful of each other's boundaries and understanding each other, whom and who they are, how they act, and who and how they react. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of knowledge of the person that you're being friends with in a good manner so you can know what to and what not to do out of respect and honor to those type of people. On that note, though, as well, when it comes to communications, you should be mindful of saying certain things out in public out loud when it comes to dramatic, or if you want to keep things by yourself. Those are supposed to be in closed door place.
Disclaimer: does it taste good?
Well, we're going to find out in a little bit. Now, remember, people, this is a disclaimer of a copyright of 107. So anything we say or do is within fair use. And just remember, these are our thoughts, not yours, and information and things that we pull up on the internet. Now, this video is brought to you and pulled up actually by my wife, Lunal. She introduced me to this awesome, epic couple. They're really cool, and they're very smart, and they understand what it really means in life and what our duties are. So let's hit it, DJ.
All eyes on everything.
No, it is muted. I am missing them.
Maybe he's gone deaf.
No, I heard that.
I'm excited to be here with you today. Today, Simone has kept whatever this topic is going to be a secret from me all day because she wanted to see my reaction for like a day and a half at this point. So what really is it? What is it that you wanted to go over?
What if I told you that there's a system for convincing women to not have children that men don't know about because they don't consume girly content, and it's just floating around on the internet, becoming quite influential and pervasive, changing people's lives. And
it sounds like the usual bad guys up to their usual stuff, but why don't I know about this? Do I not know about this?
Do you know about the girl with the list?
I have never heard about the girl with a list.
She's like Batman. She's summoned. So there are two types of videos on which you might look to the comments and you'll see, here's the girl with the list. And she gets summoned. She will show up or be summoned on super cute videos of babies or toddlers, or on things going absolutely horrible with pregnancy, with delivery, with breastfeeding, with raising toddlers.
Yeah, so
with what
that
the
right
girl
there.
does.
She pulls up this girl shows up for video stuff, cute babies, things of motherly duties, and the girl purposely jumps in, gives a list of negative things about that have happened in history, not even just things that are reoccurring or happening now, but in low percentages to the point where it's minute. It's not even as noticeable or anything. And like 200 and something negative, like cons, and like 30 or 40 pros. Mind you, the pros are 10 times the value than they say because they're more worth, and you're passing down to the next generation, and you're caring about having a family. And when it comes to having like your children relationship, where the parents have their parental relationship with the child to teach them something, to get them to understand or anything, and that it is a trial, it is a duty, it is a difficulty, but it proves and shows of being a parent, and like if you succeed, that there's a great rewards and everything to it. You get to see the next generation pass on and go further than you did, or better than you, and improve, and they correct the errors that you did. And I know how that goes because my parents had a lot of errors, and I corrected those errors, and I'm doing better in my own different ways. But at the same time, I have my own issues and errors, and I'm making sure that I raise my children properly to not have those errors, not have those issues, or not let the rage consume them when they're because also my kids aren't born special needs, which is great. I am though, and that kind of sucks being, special needs my own manner. I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do about that. Play a little more of their video and go into it in depth for a minute or two, and then we're gonna have
with a virtual form of birth control by taking any cute video you see and just reminding you how horrible it is to be pregnant, to have kids, and to become a parent.
Wait, really? Is she a mom? What's
real?
Backstory?
She's not. No. There are actually two girls with a list. One calls herself the OG girl with a list, but she's just completely disappeared from the internet. And then the second is who I'll mostly focus on today. She's named Abigail Porter. She goes by Zumi. She has 1.6 million followers on TikTok. And
yeah, that's
to be perfectly honest about that is that your opinion about birth, about giving birth, is your opinion. A woman has a right to choose, since the woman is the one who is going to be carrying this 9-pound watermelon of a child in their bodies for 9+ months, for 9 months, give or take.
Yeah, and that's not including everything else too with it.
They should have the choice to have a child or not. But that being said, what this person is doing by giving all these negative attributes about giving birth
control
is just, it's wrong. It's like those people who go to abortion clinics, in front of abortion clinics, and trying to influence the women from not having an abortion. But the problem is that each one of those women who may not know, they don't know what the story is about this child.
Yeah, that's the thing though, that when it comes to something like that, there are people that do show a difference. Like now, if it's like rape, incest, or like health,
or there's like there is a genetic something wrong with the child.
If they're having genetic, like to a certain extent, if they could still live, let them live their life. But if it's like actually they're gonna die right after they come out, it's a different story. Or if they could kill the mother in the process, stuff like that, I can understand. I don't like the concept of even thinking about it and dealing with it, because I've had many exes in my past that have done it to me, where I would have been fine raising the kid on my own. They took off and did that kind of thing without my permission, because it's both people who came to agreement. So you both made the choice to have sex. You had a kid together. It's a choice between two people, not one. And that's the problem. But when it comes down to it, too, this lady putting the pros and cons, and the cons in a very heavily negative way, in a very mutsy, smiley, smirky, disrespectful way. I don't appreciate or respect that kind of stuff, because like I've been there. I've witnessed and stood there birth of my children, just like my child in general, just watched every second of it to make sure I'm in reality, to make sure I'm real, make sure this world's real, and that I had a child, and I watched her first breath. I witnessed her first sigh of relief and happiness. The first cough, everything, the first surprise, like that stuff. You cherish that. You don't realize how much you cherish it until you see it and witness it. For some people, it ruins and messes them up because they have their own little mental universe. And I get it. I have my own mental universe too, but I know what reality is and the separation between them. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't understand. And this lady is trying to like gross girls out and make it so they really don't want to when they start having baby fever. And that's just, no, it's your body literally telling you that you should, because you actually should be doing it naturally. And you don't tell me Mother Nature this, because Mother Nature does want you to. And when it comes to animals, animals breed consistent until death.
Yeah,
So-
they will breed no matter what, because it's like that's just the natural order of things.
Yeah, to survive for the generation and for the people themselves. It's the same thing goes for the animals. The same thing goes for the next generation of them. That's how they survive and flourish, is you breed. And they're trying to take away, and they're trying to population control breeding from everybody, so they can't people can't defend themselves.
Almost as if they're begging AI to take over.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing the strangest revolts on that lately. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. But for relationships as well, we're going to be done with relationships for now. We're going to go into lore news now. But if anybody has anything to say or want to, post or talk about in the future, you can post and talk into the chat, and you can communicate with us and say, hey, I want to talk about this, or what about something involving your communication, relationships, friendships, work, anything. And we'll give you the best answer of the knowledge we know from the experiences or skills or things we have learned from our own past. On that note, lore news, everybody. Hit it, DJ.
I know you guys probably are wondering, huh? What is that? That is what is known as a Nordic, a alien race from, I do believe it's pronounced Pleiades system within the Taurus zodiac. This video right here is actually a little something more about, they'll describe it a little easier, but it is an alien race. And as you saw there, they have made contact with Trump. But let's let this video explain what they are.
Nordic aliens are said to originate from a place far beyond our own solar system, specifically the Pleiades star cluster. This group of stars, visible from Earth with the naked eye, is situated in the Nordics are often depicted as tall, with human-like features. They have fair skin, light-colored hair, usually blonde, and striking blue eyes. Described as exceedingly beautiful, they embody a calm and peaceful demeanor. But why are they so fascinating? Unlike other alien types often associated with abductions or eerie encounters, Nordics are believed to be benevolent, with intentions centered around helping humanity.
So with that in mind, now think about it this way. Their whole thing is to help humanity. They're benevolent, as he said. Well, why could they be coming to Earth then? Why could they be meeting with Trump? Why? It's to help lead Earth into a new age, a new scientific age.
There's many different reasons that could fall into
And
it, such as It could be another race attacking them that's within danger. It could be they see that we are finally at an advanced point or a point of understanding that we're not going to freak out when aliens show up and go, oh my God, everybody get your pitchforks and knives and kill them. No. Now, if they come here to invade, yeah,
right. And there has actually been... Yeah, and they are also a part of the what's known as the Galactic Federation, a congregation of aliens from all over the galaxy, and they are pretty high up in there. And Galactic Federation has been trying to make contact with Earth because we are showing signs of intelligence. So, what better way than to include us onto the Federation? But this video is actually from someone who actually had an encounter with these Nordics.
That's interesting.
Is there a story in particular that comes to mind when thinking of these huge, just strike you as particularly fascinating? Yeah. And doesn't have to be like one of the most popular stories. No. Is there any? Yeah. Which one is that?
Several of stories. They go perfectly together. So back in 2008 or 2009 in Vegas, talking to an Army colonel projects. He was a brilliant guy. And he told me a story that he and his wife was with him when he told the story. And they had this guy, by the way, knew a lot about the UFO subject. But he said, we're on our own time. We're hanging out at, I think it was the Wynn, actually, was a psychic. She, two of them, she says, that woman over there is not human. And they look over and there's this very beautiful blonde woman and is striking. You get that?
Blue is interesting too.
Yes, yes. So she and his wife get scared and they go to the escalator, which is right there. It's hanging behind and he's looking at, and he said to me, and that's when I heard her in my mind. She turned slightly and he said, I heard her. She sounds, it's like, how did I get that thought? And at that moment, she's joined by this beautiful blonde man wearing blue. Again, are you thinking Cirque du Soleil, like toward the escalator where he is? So this guy is a colonel. Yeah, he's a PhD. He's a shy. But then he gets behind them. And he said to me, I heard them conversing. They saying, well, they were saying something like, yeah, he can hear us. No, he's not important. He's not part of the program. She's like, oh yes, I remember this. My friend and I were peeking around the sheets of this, like hiding behind the slot machine. So that was three of them are conferring, and they're like, that was crazy. So the woman, the psychic friend, also hit us.
Yeah. That is kind of...
Damn internet. All right. Yeah, so I've heard stories like this in the past.
However, it does go along with kind of pretty much what I was saying, though.
Yeah. You and me have been talking about this stuff for forever. Since pretty much the day we met. You like Star Wars? Yeah, I like Star Wars. You like aliens? Yeah, aliens. Yeah, we're not the only ones. No, we're not the only ones. All right, let's talk. You like martial arts? Sweet. We're good friends now. And then we're family. You made it even better. Yeah, so we have that. That's pretty crazy and nutty in the world. Aliens. I've known for a long time, for the whole sheer fact it's not mathematically possible that we are the only life, only living beings within the time of the planets, within the Goldilocks zone in a infinite universe. Not possible. It's not mathematically possible.
Really fish chewing. Anyway, I believe
with the amount of Earth-like planets they have found within this galaxy alone.
Oh yeah,
several. It's obvious there's other life out there.
That's the closest one to us is still like so many light years away.
The closest one is actually the Proxima system, Proxima B.
Yeah.
My philosophy
is only 4.2 light years away. So if we were to travel at the speed of light to there, it would only take us 4.2 years to get there. We actually could go to that planet.
My philosophy when it comes to that is like is from a quote from a movie called First Contact. Is that if God had created only us, and the big ass universe and only created humanity, then it'd be a very big waste of space.
I agree.
I agree. I 100% agree. I think that it's mathematically impossible. There's no way that we're the only planet that has. And there's so many stories. It's not just people making stuff up for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years, because there's some stuff that shows cave drawings before AI and all the other stuff that I've seen videos of many years back. The cave drawings and everything that showed alien depictions, and same thing with the Egyptians. They had that stuff too. Amongst the Mayans and amongst Nordics and everything else, they all have history of extraterrestrial. And we even did ourselves for a long time talking about it until the 1960s, when there was that the 3 cigar-shaped ships from Saturn flew over.
Satorians, the ring makers.
Yeah. They flew over the football field of which America's called soccer, and everybody talked about it for several years.
I think it'd be the funniest thing.
70s, they hushed it all.
But yeah, I mean, also take a look at the hieroglyphs on the ancient civilizations that are abandoned or ruins now.
Yeah,
the ancient hieroglyphs that they literally show people coming down from the sky in ships, exiting and helping teach their people new things, or enslaving them.
Or buildings that there's no way we could build with the technology we have right now that still exists in certain parts of the world, made of like that black stone, whatever it is. No diamonds, no lasers, no nothing could cut through that with perfect precision, as it is perfectly lined all the way down, and has all these like carvings and etchings. It's impossible, they're saying. They're like, we have nothing.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's Necrons.
Dude, I would not doubt it. I believe that we are in some kind of actual, like, this is a Warhammer 40K kind of esque world, and just we have been forgotten. We forgot about it, and that now we're like coming back to it and everything, and maybe the war has been over, or it's still the beginning, because Necrons have been around for long before everybody else. Civilizations rised and fell thousands of times before Necrons even woke up. Went, what happened? The people upstairs are partying again. Oh yeah, let them kill themselves. Okay, go back to sleep. Until people went into their tombs and woke them up and went, "Hey, get off my lawn."
That is literally that is literally exactly what happened.
That's no joke. They've perfectly fine. Necrons didn't have no issues when they were up above. But the second they went underground and they went into the tombs checking out the Necrons like, get off my lawn. cock gun now. And they killed the fuck out of everything and anything. And if you had technology, here's the fucked up thing about technology with
Get off my property.
They have a natural thing of like a virus hack technology that corrupts you if you have tech. You hit them or attack them or shoot them or get near them. This aura, this tech, that it starts corrupting your technology, your machine stuff, anything, your breathing unit, your loader for your gun, anything. Turns off all your power armor, so it's just you have to muscle it the whole way now. It's slowing you down. Shooting off your shield.
Blades. So blades are the key then.
Yeah. You fight Necrons for longevity, you will lose. You have to wipe them quick and clean. I learned that playing Warhammer. When you're fighting Necrons, it's not just keep fighting and hold. No. You do not hold and let them build. The second they build, you're fucked. You wipe them as fast as possible and go after them as quick as possible. But on that note, enough on lore. What about now?
We can talk more about that when it comes to the later segment.
I'm sorry, I'm the mouth. We don't need to be.
But it's time for everyone's favorite segment. Here is Celebrity Birthdays.
Yay. Where's our peach?
Great presents and loves all around.
And we are going to be starting off today on June 25th. And we are going to start it off with George Michael, pop singer, died in 2016.
10 years ago.
He's the one that known for Careless Whisper. He's also the one that brought us Bad Boys.
And he's also brought the band name Wham before he went solo.
Yep.
I have one. McKenna Grace, TV and movie actress, 20 years old. She is known for playing in TV shows such as Young Sheldon in a film called In Gifted, Scream 7, and she's playing Daphne in the upcoming Scooby-Doo project. And she's also in Five Nights at Freddy Part 2.
Oh, that guy. I got one.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
How about Eric Carlin? It's a child author. He died May 23rd, 2021 at the age of 91. He is best known for the best-selling picture book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. He was the author and illustrator of that book.
That was
The Big Brown Bear, What Do You See, and others of that. It's actually a very famous book. I think I actually went to his house a long time ago with my mom when we were driving. I think we were driving home, and we actually visited his house. They actually turned his house into a museum.
Oh, wow. Very
Okay.
interesting.
All right. How about you, Mayhem? You got one? Did we lose Mayhem?
He melted.
Oh, he'll be right. He said he'll be right back.
So does anyone have one more?
I got one. Linda Cardellini, 51, TV movie actress, best known for her TV show Geeks and Freaks. For such as films she's done Good Burger, Scooby-Doo, Brokeback Mountain, and Hawkeye the series, and Avengers Endgame.
Welcome to Good Burger. Can I take your order?
She was the psychopath character named Heather. Yes.
Can I take your order?
She was Heather the psychopath with the bird designs in her head.
Okay.
She was Velma in
All
Scooby Doo.
right. All
Okay,
right. Let's move on to the 26th now.
All right.
We're going to start that off with pop singer Ariana Grande, 33.
Didn't she play what's Glinda in the new
Yes,
Yes.
she did.
She
She
was
got her
Glinda.
start actually on Victorious as Cat.
Cat Valentine.
Yep.
She's also done other projects before, several. She did guest roles
Oh, yeah.
She did guest roles for Winx Club, Scream Queens. She even made an appearance along with Jeanette McCurdy in the show Sam and Cat.
Yep.
How
But before
about
all of that, she actually was on Broadway. Her first production was actually the Broadway musical 13.
Featured with her Victoria's co-star and best friend Liz Galeese.
Exactly. Yes.
They both were Cat and Jade in Victorious.
I think one of the fun things about is actually was when she was with her co-star when she was with her co-star from a fan jumped over the fence and tried to charge at her, and it was actually the actress who played the witch who actually protected her.
Cynthia Erivo.
I think that was her.
That was the one who played in Wicked with her.
That's who played Elphaba.
Okay, I have another birthday. Oh, hold on.
All right.
As we spoke earlier, we have another birthday of Jeanette McCurdy, 34, TV actress. She is best known for her Nickelodeon series iCarly as Sam Puckett, and the spin-off series of the same.
Is that the reason why they did Sam and Cat? Is because they shared the same birthday?
Yeah, maybe, but they both were, but they were also fan favorite characters. But however, the actresses did not get along on set. Sadly, that's why the series was short-lived.
Well, can you blame Jeanette? Back then, Ariana Grande had such an annoying personality.
I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, yeah, that's part of it. But it also, I think it had something to do with the one she called the creator, and we all know who that is.
Are we? What are we on? The 28th or 27th?
Yeah.
26.
They were all part of Nickelodeon. We all know who ran Nickelodeon.
And majority of the shows of why it's big.
And the reason why the logo looks the way it does.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Want to do one more and then we're going to shift off to the 27th?
That's fine.
Guys, get anything?
Nick Offerman.
Oh, I was going to do. I got one.
56
Okay,
TV actor.
That's
nice.
How about one of the great grandfathers of Vine, who gained fame from that site, King Bash. He's 38 years old.
Ooh.
Oh, King Bach.
King Bach.
Bach.
And he got his jump start in films in The Babysitter, Evil Killer Queen, and the TV show adaptation of
Vine. He got his start in Vine. That is where he got his start.
I said, start to kickstart his film career. After that, I know that's where he started out in Vine. I mean, right after Vine had stopped, he ended up turning to films like those, the Babysitter.
Yeah,
films,
most people either went into acting or they went into TikToking.
Or YouTube.
That's literally the split. For those that did Vine, it's either you went into acting or you went into Vine or you went into TikTok.
Well, yeah, because some had success. They found whatever avenue they went to. Some didn't.
Mm-hmm. And some went into music.
Oh yeah, that too.
Like I know Daz Black, for example. He's a very famous YouTube star now.
Another good one is Daystorm Power.
Interesting.
All right, let's move on to the 27th. We are actually going to start off with Khloe Kardashian.
Oh no.
Right,
42.
I have the next one.
All right, I got one. All right, Dom, you can go ahead of me then.
All right, we have actor Drake Bell, TV actor, 40. He's best known for Nickelodeon series Drake and Josh, The Amanda Show. He's even played the live-action version of Timmy Turner in the Fairly Odd Parents live-action films. He's the voice of Spider-Man in the animated Spider-Man series, and he is Rick Riker in superhero movie The Dragonfly.
And he is also an alt rock and singer, songwriter, musician, and vocalist.
Fun fact:
who also did the opening track for the show Drake and Josh.
He's also a featured vocal artist with Miranda Cosgrove in the iCarly theme song "Leave It All to Me."
Yep.
All right, I got one right here.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Them two started their friendship because she played Megan on Drake and Josh.
Right.
So, I mean, again, those two always had a good friendship relationship. Mm-hmm. At least it always seemed like they did.
Right. All right, so next one on the list will be Helen Keller, 1880 to 1968.
That name is familiar.
She's an author.
I thought so.
A political activist, 12 books, articles, of course, of her life.
And what made it worse is that she didn't really have.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't she deaf and blind?
I believe so.
I think it's someone else.
Yes, she was. Yes, you're actually correct. She contracted the disease at 19 months old, likely dysgraphic or meningitis, which left her blind and deaf.
That really sucks.
I got one. How about Toby Maguire?
Maguire, you're right.
Maguire. 51 years old. Best known for his role as the
Spider-Man.
OG live action Spider-Man. But I like him in a movie called Pleasantville.
That's a good one. He's also known for other films such as his underrated performances in The Great Gatsby, Brothers, Seabiscuit, Cats and Dogs, and there's one more. It was right in my head. Never mind. I forgot. He's also known for being best friends with current actor Leonardo DiCaprio since they were kids. And fun fact, Leonardo DiCaprio was originally supposed to be Spider-Man, but was given the role to Tobey Maguire while competing with Jake Gyllenhaal.
All right, let's move on to the 28th. And we are going to start that off with CEO, entrepreneur, trillionaire, Elon Musk. He is 55. Creator of PayPal, SpaceX, Tesla, and so many other side stuff.
Man, Elon, we would appreciate it much if you could, like as a gift, or if not just loaning, we pay you back after we make the money, but if investment, we could build a studio of entertainment here in Michigan the proper way. You help invest with us, it'd be much appreciated. And we'll make sure there's a nice plaque that says thank you to the investors of, and your name be first.
I got one.
Happy birthday.
Mel Brooks, 100 years old, director. He's best known for directing films classics such as Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, and Spaceballs.
Spaceballs!
The second movie coming out soon.
Yep.
Can't wait. I'm so excited.
He
and
just turned a centurion.
Not wait.
And he.
I love that he actually found the money. It was just under his bed.
Oh wow!
And
It
was actually in a satchel that said baseball money.
Right. And here's a fun fact about him: he's also voice act in Hotel Transylvania 3 as grandfather Dracula.
Yep, it was funny.
I loved him. I loved him in Men in Tights as the Jewish guy who invented the circumcision machine, which is just a mini guillotine.
Jeez, no. I know it's funny and it's dark. I love all his movies.
Welcome to the Chaotic Minds.
And speaking of people of England, how about Henry VIII of England?
Oh no.
He died June 28th, 1547, at the age of 55, which is not surprising for what he did.
Died right on his birthday.
Saying to me, thousands of
January. I'm sorry, I thought you said June. I said he died on his birthday.
People would first thing they would do if they hear my name Henry, they'd start singing the Henry VIII song, and I would just look at them and be like,
Henry. The funny thing is, they actually made a musical all about the wives of Henry VIII.
Yep, 6.
I can't believe he killed these ladies. That's so messed up.
And he killed them for the stupidest reason. Yep. Oh, he lost his music off of their head.
Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived.
There's one I would like to see. There's one in here. There's funny.
Actually a really funny YouTube video from C Studio where they actually talk about where it's the dating show and Henry VIII and you hear a thunk thunk and the new wife is right there. It's like
that's funny.
It's Janet now.
I have two of them here that I like to speak.
Guys,
on.
I'll send it to you. You will laugh.
That's funny.
All right.
I got 2 more birthdays here actually.
Go for it.
The first one is Tachina Arnold, 57, TV actress. She's best known playing as Pam from Martin, Rochelle, and Everybody Hates Chris. One of the backup singers in what's that movie? Give me a minute, guys. Help me out here. It's with the plants. What's the name of the plant again? I had it in my head.
Yeah, you talking about Caitlin Black?
Tachina Arnold. She was one of the singing backup dancers. I'm trying to remember what the movie was called again. It was in my head. The line in my head is "They feed me Seymour."
Daytime Divas?
No, it's with a plant. Feed me Seymour.
You're talking about Little Shop of Horrors.
That's it. And
you're talking about Little Shop of Horrors.
She was one of the backup dancers in that one. And she's also the backup vocals of Everybody Hates Chris. And finally, she's Nurse Amy in the horror film Countdown. And finally, Pat Morita, 1932-2005. He's known for Arnold in Happy Days, Mr. Miyagi in Karate Kid, and the Emperor of China in 1998 animated film Mulan.
How about Kathy Bates?
Ooh,
78. Best known for her role in the Stephen King movie novel Misery.
Annie Wilkes.
She was the Ethel. She was the woman who broke the guy's ankle to keep him in his bed.
That's the brand new meaning of a toxic fan.
My favorite role of hers would have to be Ruth from Disjointed.
Huh.
Oh, she was in Little Boy too.
What about Mama Boucher, Helen Boucher, in Waterboy?
Okay.
She was funny.
I got one more before we move. On to the next one.
All right.
And that is YouTube sensation Markiplier.
Oh, Markiplier! I still follow him.
How did I miss that one?
He's a fun guy.
Very fun.
All right, and so we move on to the 29th now.
All right,
And
29.
for this one, this is a sad one. We are starting it off with rock singer Oliver Tree. Died on June 14th in this year
He
to
died
a helicopter accident.
2 weeks before his birthday. 2 weeks.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's
he would have
dark.
been.
Dude he was a legend. Like a literal legend.
He's
Amazing music.
he's a musician, right? For SoundCloud,
Yeah,
Spotify,
he's a rock
and other.
singer. He's a rock artist.
Wow. But 2 weeks before his birthday, though. Ouch. Unexpectedly, it's dark. Okay.
How about Gary Busey?
He would have been 32. He would have been 33 this year.
Uh-huh.
Gary Busey, he's 82 years old. Best known for his roles in Lethal Weapons, Point Blank, Rookie of the Year.
I got one. How about Matt Mercer, voice actor, 44. He's best known for current titles such as Attack on Titan, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and for his YouTube series along with a group of voiceovers, Critical Role.
I love Critical Role. Big fan. Super big fan.
I love the character Bayman from the Dead or Alive series. He's the reason why I like a lot of characters that's in that range. But what made me like him the most as an actor is the way how he carries so many ranges, especially Deadshot for Justice.
I love that he can voice act really well. I used to love working on being a voice actor when I was younger. Then I lost my way because I just love to fight. Then now I'm back into it ever since watching his stuff, and I've probably watched almost every episode of Critical Role so far, except for like the recent one. I
think the fun one for the next one, I think is Colin Joyce, 44 years old. He's currently a Saturday Night Live actor who does the news joke and they make racist jokes with each other. I think is the fun part.
And fun fact, he is the husband of Avengers actress Scarlett Johansson.
And everybody just like you married her
because he makes her laugh.
He married Black Widow. Yes.
Well, that's the joke, is that everybody's just super salty of the fact that this guy of all people married Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's awesome.
Oh, I just think it's just
I got one right here. Gary Busey. Gary Busey, 82, movie actor. Oh, you just did that one?
Yeah.
Damn. How did I do that?
You weren't paying attention.
Here, let's see. I have one. Nicole Scherzinger, 48, pop singer. She's one of the lead vocals of the former group's Pussycat Dolls. She's also an actress, but last thing I remember her acting in, she was Moana's mother in Moana.
Both of them, or just the one?
The 2016 animated one.
No. That's what I'm saying. Are you talking about the first one or the second one?
She's also one of the judges of the Masked Singer, and she was included in smaller.
Meaning, are you talking about in just Moana or in both Moana and Moana 2?
Okay, yeah, it's in both if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Because honestly, I have not seen the second one yet. Truthfully,
neither have I. Well, I hear it wasn't as good as the first.
I've seen the first one probably a good 50 times.
But that's because his daughter who loves it. And you know how the kids with stuff that they love and they watch it repeat. I remember when my niece was living with me and my dad, and we would watch Singing in the Rain like 100 times because she loved it so much.
That's funny how you said that. Cats Don't Dance was actually a dedicated movie to Gene Kelly.
I love Cats Don't Dance.
Love
I
Cats
watched
Don't
that
Dance.
probably 100 times.
It is a fun film.
I love it.
I miss that
watch it
movie.
over and over.
Probably one of my all-time favorites. All right,
It makes
we're going to
sense.
move on to
my
the
kid.
30th now. We are going to start
Okay.
that off with boxing legend Mike Tyson.
Oh, you got it.
He is 60, the big 6-0.
You might get this.
Still got
You
it.
might get this next one. You might get this
He
next
is
one.
also a former member of the Generation X on WWE.
He's also made a few
Right, this
he
old man.
made a few movie
And
appearances, such as
NWO
The
on
Hangover.
WWE as well.
Mike Tyson also made a movie appearances before, such as The Hangover, and he had his own animated series on Adult Swim.
He also was in one of the Ip Man movies where him and Ip Man just went at each other.
Ha! Fun.
Yeah, man. There's a problem with him fighting.
All I have to say is Jake Paul best be happy that he upheld the contract or the bet agreement, because Mike would have whooped his ass.
Well, the first time he did, and then they all said, "Oh my God!" And the training time, he broke his jaw too. And then the third time is when he finally got the win after he paid off Mike Tyson.
Well, guess what?
That's why I'm saying he best be happy that he had that done, because Mike Tyson would have whooped him live.
Oh,
Don't worry.
He would have whipped him.
Don't worry.
Anthony
Joshua took care. Anthony Joshua took care of Jake Paul. He gave.
I applaud Anthony Joshua, and I say man.
He gave him the Ed and Eddie Jawbreaker Jawbuster.
He was trained
like
by
somebody
one
just
of
shoved a
the
jawbreaker in his mouth. That was
instructors.
That was good.
Yeah, now it's leading him to say he's got an iron jaw because he had iron plates put in. It's like,
well,
I don't think they put iron plates in.
Well, if they need a spokesperson for the next Jawbreaker promotion, Jake Paul's face would definitely be really good for it. He looked like one of those after fight Street Fighter faces on the results.
Speaking of, Cody Rhodes, 41, wrestler.
One of the current big names they have now in the WWE world.
Grow in pro wrestling and become Stardust and a bunch of other things.
American Nightmare. Ooh.
And boy, howdy is he.
And he's also making an appearance. He's also made an appearance in one of the most adaptive games in the world in the film. Street Fighter will be released October 16th this year.
Yep.
As Guile.
Oh, you mean the new?
But the path he had in WWE, and he is also one of the co-founders of AEW.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Now that
he is one of the
that I did not know.
When he left WWE for the first time, what he left to do was he left to build AEW, and it has become the biggest. It has become the biggest wrestling rival to WWE to date.
Ooh.
Because WWE can't stop them. WWE could stop WCW. They could stop ECW. They have majorly hindered TNA and TNT. Now they have fully taken over the Japanese Pro Wrestling Network, as well as AAA, the Mexican Luchador Wrestling. AEW is the only one WWE cannot get their grubby little hands on.
Oh boy.
WWE Worldwide Entertainment are like
that's more than just monopolizing. It's that O word.
And AEW is All Elite Wrestling.
E.
Yeah, I miss wrestling, but I need to get a little more back in shape. I'm getting there.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
2 more birthdays over here for me.
I still need at
Let's
least a
see.
year or two of recuperation, but it all depends
I
on
got two
everything
birth. I
else in my
got 2
problem.
birthdays here. First one
All
is
right, shoot.
Dude,
David Allen Greer, 70, comedian. He's known for this sketch series In Living Color. In films, he's known for playing in films such as Jumanji, Tales from the Hood, Blank Man. Uh, there was another film. Give me a second, guys. Um, oh man, I forgot so quick. But those are films I would know him for. But he's Detroit's own. He's one of Detroit's own actors that's still around. He's very comedic in this, especially in Jumanji.
Oh yeah.
And then the
He was
second one,
also in he was also in a movie called McHale's Navy, the newer one.
okay.
Not the new one.
Hey,
It was
do you have one, Trooper?
yeah.
Before we move on to the next one.
How about Thomas Swalwell? He's 96 years old. Apparently still alive. He is a controversial African American author and columnist known for his books on articles on economies and the American cultures. Numerous libraries honor him, including Francis Baylor Award and the National Humanitarian Medal and the Pulitzer Award.
I learned about that since you
Alright.
said that name before. I recognize what he did. He wrote an article about critiquing George W. Bush.
All right, and we are moving on to today with Princess Diana.
Very tragic.
Died August 31st, 1997, at the age of 36.
Oh man,
Princess of Wales.
she would have been 65.
How about Liv Taylor? 49 years old. Best known for her roles in Armageddon as the daughter of Steven Taylor and as Arwen from the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
And Betty Ross in the Incredible Hulk 2008 film and the series 911 Lone Star.
What about Alan Ruck, 70, movie actor?
Let's see, where that name is at.
He was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off
Oh.
and in Succession.
Okay.
Got one. How about Dan Aykroyd, 74 years old?
Oh, that's a name.
He is an OG SNL actor with Eddie Murphy and a few others, but his most notable role is as one of the four Ghostbusters. Who I think he was Spectre. No, he was the overeager one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's also known for the Booze Brothers and My Girl.
Yep. Elwood Blues. He is Elwood Blues.
Mm-hmm.
He was Rain Man. He was Raymond.
And for My Girl, he was the father of Veda. Veda was the young girl with Macaulay Culkin's character as friends.
Oh, and he was one of the Coneheads too.
Ah, Coneheads, right. I have one. I have one here. Pamela Anderson, 59, actress, TV actress, and model. She's known for
and sex icon.
Yes,
Not anymore.
yeah. She's also known for her small appearances. Well, not small appearances, but seasonal appearances in TV shows such as Baywatch and Home Improvement.
She was also the inspiration for a character called Stripperella.
Huh. That's Stan Lee.
Oh
Stan
my
Lee
gosh, was she on? And she was on a ton of Dr. 90210 because the doctor chosen for that show was her plastic surgeon.
Right. And finally, she played in 2 spoof movies we know, Scary Movie 3 and Superhero Movie.
Yeah, she got punched out by a psychic.
and yeah, Xavier had supposedly had a wife, and then she ended up getting boobed up by the ring girl in the beginning of the movie of Scream 3. Scary Movie 3.
I thought it was the funniest part, which is like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to whoop your ass as she's turning the.
Oh gosh, they always have it her. Oh my goodness, that always made me. Anyways, I got one here. Let's see. I have one more here. Give me a moment, fellas. I lost where I was at. Okay, here we go. Missy Elliott, 55, music producer and rapper. She's started out with her. She's known for her titles of "The Rain," "Lose Control," "Get Your Freak On," "Can't Sock It to Me," and she's also a producer behind several artists such as Christina Aguilera, Lil Kim, Maya, and Pink.
Yep.
And Aaliyah.
Amazing artist.
And she had a Hall of Fame award. She received, I think, a Hall of Fame award somewhere.
I think
all right, let's do one more, and then we'll. So, anyone got it?
What about Piles? 50 years old rapper.
Oh, Plies. Oh, you're talking about Plies.
Miami University of Ohio. The Real Testament.
Oh, these are his albums. Those were he's known for his albums in the 2000s, 2008, 2009, and 2010 years. And after that,
it's like God.
After that, you don't hear from him no more. So I guess, yeah.
You got a chance to retire. You get so many albums, you can sell them, and you can live off that the rest of your life if you want.
His debut song "Shoddy" featuring T-Pain's vocals was actually what started his career off. And that was released around 2007 or 2008.
All right. Well, happy birthday to you guys and to all of those that we may have missed. But at this time, it is time for Warhammer.
My turn.
War.
No, it's Wog.
Don't correct me, damn it.
Don't say it right, say it. Don't say
You are allowed to perceive this message.
Oh, okay. We can do that one too. That was actually last week's, but it's fine. We can watch it now.
I am down to watch
it
this
last week, so
that's fine.
Everybody, this is what my tombstone is going to look like. When I die, if I die, if I stop coming back or not, I am going to be this. A dreadnought.
I'm going to see you in a contemptor class, honestly, or a Leviathan class.
Yeah, I would be one of the hardcore ones. Oh, baby! That's one of my favorites.
Holy no! Look at that.
That's a dreadnought.
That's a dreadnought. That's exactly what a dreadnought does.
It's pretty much a space marine that's headed to his rim, but still has his mind. They put him in this, and he controls this. He has no arms, no legs, just a head and a body.
Severity of the damage, but they're entombed.
There's like no legs.
They're entombed in that part right there, in the middle.
The middle.
Anyway, today we are not actually going to be talking about Dreadnought. We're talking about a different type of mobile suit of sorts.
But for the Emperor, purge the unclean.
Today we are going to be talking about a specific kind of Space Marine. This is actually the gap between the Dreadnought and a regular Space Marine. This is called Centurion armor.
Oh yeah.
Centurion armor is really badass. It's really designed for sieges that more than anything. It's not designed for like intense a mobile fighting. Because the problem with with a centurion is it's not designed for speed. It's designed to take a punishment and give it back tenfold, and it does back tenfold indeed. In fact, in some of the cases, like the siege ones, they actually have literal drills on their arms that they literally punch with, armed with armaments. But the thing is, unlike a dreadnought where the pilot can never relieve, Centurion armor is more like it's armor within armor. It's a fully armored space marine that is then steps into another layer of armor. So it's basically a mobile suit or an exoskeleton. Most chapters have Centurion armor, but the thing is, with Centurion armor, the space marine in question actually has to go through specialized training in order to pilot it, such as tank warfare and I forget what the other one was, but these things are beasts. There's some that are just literally they put them behind the lines and then you just rain fire of missiles, artillery barrages, bolter fire just down on the enemy. There are some that are specifically designed to just go right up to the enemy wall and just go right through it, and it just rips people apart. These things are monstrous beasts, and they are designed specifically for siege warfare. In fact, to quote Behemoth, one of my favorite YouTubers with Warhammer, is that what he does is he quotes it from books and literature. In this case, the Astra Militarum was under siege at a hive city, and they were there for months, getting pushed, attacking, retreating. Everybody was getting annoyed, tense, sick. It's a bad time. The siege was finally broken by by a squad of Space Marine led by Centurion armor that literally dropped down, walked towards the wall while getting fired upon from the wall, punching through the wall. The entirety of the Space Marines and the Centurions go inside and slaughtered everybody. They literally, after a while, the gates opened up, the Astra Militarum went in, and as the Space Marine coming out, they were covered in blood and viscera and signs of battle. And the guy who was making the quote actually said, "It was that day I realized that I would never betray the Emperor." And Centurions are some of the most powerful weapons. They carry weaponries like gravity weapons, where it's literally shooting controlled gravity at people. Let's see if I can get down to the weaponry. The Centurions actually date back all the way back to before Old Night, and it wasn't until the tech priests gave the nod that they were allowed to be used openly by the Imperium, because they control their secrets very well. Some of the armaments are from flamethrowers to storm bolters to all sorts of things. Here we go, war gear. Twin link flamers, ironclad assault rifles, assault launchers, 2 siege drills, hurricane bolters, melta-guns. Melta-guns, oh gods, I love melta-guns. They're so cool. It's basically a concentrated heat blast that's designed to punch through tank armor, but when it hits organic matter, it liquefies them. It literally turns. So basically, you're shooting a big blast of heat at somebody, and it turns them into a puddle of goo. There's only a couple of them, a couple of classes, from assault classes to a devastator classes. But it's like the Centurion armor is kind of like it's like an upgraded version of Terminator armor, but the difference being is that unlike Terminator armor, where that's just a regular Space Marine in armor, Centurion armor is armor within armor. So they're really protected. And it takes a lot of firepower to take down a Centurion. And the thing is from what Brother Moth has said, in the community and by and large, it was kind of when they first came out with the Centurions, it was kind of a love-hate relationship. There were some who really like, oh, this is so cool. And then there were some who were like, wait a minute. It's armor within armor? That's just dumb. But then they came to love it. But it's like BMO said, it's a game. It's literature. If you like them, great. If you don't, I don't care. I'm going to play the game anyway.
I love the concept of them for the sheer fact is also, it's like, think of the Hulkbuster. Think of Iron Man getting a Hulkbuster on. It is armor within armor. And it's also like soups up and makes longevity of that one Space Marine to live longer and protect them better. And they get more firepower. Once that suit goes down, they can jump out and they can fight as their normal selves.
If they survive.
They can hit the eject button.
If they have an eject button.
True, some just are bolted on.
But the thing is like I said, one of the things I love about them is just the grav cannon. It's just shooting large pockets of gravity at people just to push them down to the ground or up into the air. That just tickles me pink. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you.
All right, guys, girls, and squirrels. We have the next segment coming up.
Politics.
It's a chaotic minds, people. Purple People Party, for the people, by the people, of the people. Instead of a elephant or a donkey or a weasel or a rhino, why not have the free, brave American bald eagle? And instead of red or blue and fighting back and forth, there's a lot of people in the middle that go lesser to evils all the time, where they have to choose to shift back and forth, or the states come purple, and that's the concept of the Purple Party. We're in the middle. We see both sides. We understand. We agree on one side a little more than the other side, but we agree with other sides in different ways. When it comes to this, though, is I believe there should be a solidified third party for political, and then there also should be term limits on almost everything when it comes to politics.
Not kind of like half-assed third party where it's like, oh, maybe the green people, oh, maybe the Tea Party, oh, maybe this, maybe that. I'm like, no, we need a third party. A Triforce. It is always known that three is always works in politics. Like triumphants always work to a.
No, you got your power, you got your wisdom, you got your courage.
And we need somebody with the courage to use the power.
You don't want teams.
Yep. We don't need to team battle. This isn't a football game. This isn't a sports thing. It shouldn't be left versus right. It shouldn't be red versus blue. There shouldn't be this issue. There's a lot of people in the middle that are stuck going, well, shit. And we need to fix that. And that's what we believe into the Purple People Party.
Basically, rivalry and competition, it should be dissolved.
Yeah, this party is for the people, actually, not the left that is of the conglomerate corporations that are billionaires, or the right that is just billionaires in general. Like just people. The leaders of the party is me, and then this whole council of guys right here are within it, and none of us here are millionaires or shit. I don't even
to a millionaire. It just sounds much more headache than it actually works.
But that's life. And I don't care about the money. I care more about taking care of what's right, what's known in history, what's going to be better for all of us in the future. Because you leave your legacy, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Money comes and goes. All right, on that note, let's play this video. Thunderbase, is this yours, or?
Are you going to drink that? You can't drink that. What do you mean?
This is one of the ones you said.
I know this YouTuber.
Oh yeah, I love these.
No.
Good.
What are you doing?
I'm putting the eggs away.
Put them in the fridge.
What?
These Europeans are amazed at how America is, and it's super funny. Let's go.
Do people typically eat this amount?
Well, that's 5 pounds. So the average person eats between 3 and 5 pounds.
The average single one
person, 3 to 5 pounds.
What's the most anyone's ever
Well, we
eaten?
have a gentleman whose record was 42 pounds.
That's 8 of these.
42 pounds? My God.
It looks a little bit like a salad.
Okay. Did you end up in a food coma after that? Did you have to wheel them off to the hospital?
Oh, we didn't have
Oh my God. No.
Did he have lipo and then come back with his stomach not stapled and be like, man, I'm hungry?
To me, I never really understood those extreme challenges where it's like, oh yeah, if you eat like a steak that's the size of a freaking tire, you get to be a legend. I'm like, or die.
Right, like, do you not know this is like a health? This is like a health risk. Like your health is on the line here. What?
But personally, I love
putting your stuff in your face and stuff. Like, dude, this is all random. Don't you give yourself a break?
It's like
they were like bar challenges back in the day, like big ass burgers that were like this big and stuff. And,
or how about the ones that are like they get this is the first time they've ever had like brisket or something. I'm like, they're like, oh my God.
yeah, they've never had American food so good, and most of it is yes.
There's actually a YouTube channel I watched where they actually these two were English, and they brought brisket, American brisket, to a bunch of teenagers in England, and they were saying, and when they first saw it, they were like, "Oh, it looks like a raisin." Like, do they eat that? And then they cut open. And it's like, yeah, this is brisket, and it's not, and the fat's not like chewy and gross. This is rendered fat. And then they bite it and like, oh my God! like they just.
Now, one of the biggest tropes is America's food has flavor.
Yes, and it's not beans on toast. Fuck that. Whoever gets beans on toast is weird.
Beans on toast.
Wow.
You'd be shocked at the amount of British that actually like that.
Oh, wow. Hang on, I gotta turn the light on. My power's about.
They don't get much flavor, I guess.
The timing.
It's like they have certain foods that's banned from there. They do have certain foods that's banned.
Remember, this is the same country who created blood pudding.
Blood pudding?
Or spotted dick.
Blood pudding?
It's a real thing.
What in the world?
Well, you have to understand, back when the time period when this was first invented, if you had access to an actual animal, a beast of burden that you could eat, you used every single inch of that animal. You made the skin into leather. You ate the organs. You ate the feet. You ate the eyeballs. You ate the brains. You ate every single inch of that animal that you could eat.
It's because at that time it was a taboo to let anything go to waste.
Well, yeah, anything and everything was to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the concept. People don't realize we live now better than we've ever lived, period, in history. At least in history that has been written that we have. Not including whatever history was in the past further than that.
That is so true.
yeah,
it's like a survival of the fittest type of thing.
We live way better, way healthier. We're got more things we do now. We have access to all knowledge and information in our hands. We decide to play stupid games on our phones all day, which I am a victim of, and I know I am one of those people that does it.
I don't. I really don't.
I'm not really a phone. I wasn't really a type of person that's like,
once you're a parent, it's a lot different. You're like, oh man, I could just be spending time with my kid instead of looking at my damn phone.
True. There's always different things to do besides doom scrolling on social media either, which I will tell. If anything, you can play your phone games. You can play the games on your phone more than you just doom scrolling on social media.
That one I hate the most.
Oh,
doom scrolling.
And
I didn't know that was
can
a
get caught
thing.
doing it. Anyone can get caught doing it.
I've fallen asleep doom scrolling, and I forget to plug it.
Yeah.
And what makes it worse is I sometimes forget to plug my phone in, and as I'm doing it, and my phone's not plugged in, I fall asleep. Wake up the next morning, I have like 5%, and I have to go to work.
While that same video you fell asleep on is looping over and over and over and over and over again. To the point you're hearing it in your dreams.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anything.
Anyway, let's get to the next video.
We did a mock firing squad in front of toddlers at a church. It's not something on my 2026 bingo card, but you now have this viral video coming out of Mount Olivet Baptist Church.
I saw this,
and in it you see simulated heavily armed commandos lining up.
When I saw this as just today, and as I was picking out stuff for the day, I saw this. I'm like, we're talking about this. This is horrendous. This is disgusting.
Yeah. In front of a room full of kids, pointing weapons at a figure and staging a full-on mock firing squad execution. To make it crazier, you hear the pastor leading the kids in a chant of take him out, blow him up as the weapons fire and the kids cheer. With then people online immediately slamming this, calling it incredibly traumatizing, wildly inappropriate, and completely over the line for a children's event. But then following the massive backlash, you had Pastor Dwayne Walker hitting back with a 7-minute video to defend the scare. You have him saying that this is actually a part of a 30-year-old theme called Commandos for Christ and or Scouts for Jesus. He called it both things at various times. The person that's being executed, it's actually not a human being. It's a representation of the devil, he says. Walker literally says the clip you saw was simply killing the devil. Well, Walker did end up apologizing to anyone who was genuinely offended and invited critics to actually
he's talking about. Pause for a second. He's talking about.
However, it's concept of setting up a target and having a higher SWAT team coming in and open firing on this target in front of little kids.
Yeah. And I was like,
while the pastor is having them chant, get him, kill him, beat him up, defeat him.
That part's worrisome.
That should not be happening. I don't care what you claim it's for. That should not be happening.
No, I agree with that part.
That's why I chose this way. It was because when I saw it, I'm like, what the fuck? That is levels of wrong. Absolutely. I cannot even contemplate, because if this was my kid and I found out this pastor did this, not only would I be
I'd be yanking him out of that church in a heartbeat.
Not only would I be taking him out of that church in a heartbeat, I'd be like, what the actual fuck? I'd probably sue them for emotional damage to my child.
You know, I would rather see it be a bad guy walks into a church with a gun as a storyline and Jesus pulls out a Glock and unloads on him. I'd rather see that.
Yeah, but that's
honest, it would work.
It's like, oh my God, why are you doing this to these poor children?
Or a pastor, you could do it as that. Do it as the pastor fucking is carrying, which that should make a lot of sense. They should be carrying.
The way they should do it is
man of peace or
one
not, man
singular person shooting, and when it's done, it should be done behind a curtain with a light on the back, so you're just seeing a silhouette of what's going on.
Agreed, 100% agreed.
I would not be surprised if the bishop of the local of the church of the area would tell this guy, you're done. Go. You either resign or you get moved someplace so you never do this again. because there actually are people above pastors in those churches.
Oh yeah.
And if they found out about this, not just because of the political backlash and the public backlash, it's just like we'd be like, "What the fuck were you thinking?"
There's a lot of things.
It's just like that one teacher who took a bunch of black kids to a cotton field and had them pick cotton all day.
Oh my goodness.
That's
I personally, my mom was alive, and I showed that to her. She'd be like, "What the hell were you thinking?"
I mean, that would be something I would have them if they wanted to volunteer or sign up to see about discussions of understanding. At the same time, they can have it so people are playing other roles as well. So you could have had any of the kids playing any other role, and it could have been like, if it was for theater, maybe, or history, but it would have to be done the correct way.
Yeah.
You can't just kids all on and be like, "Hey kids, you're all of this one color for this class, yeah? We're going on said trip for your history lesson of something that had happened to you so odd years ago. By the way, it's still going on in other countries, but we don't talk about that." That's the problem.
Yep.
But we abolish it and we get yelled at for it. They don't abolish it. They still promote it and do it and keep it quiet and kill people that talk about it. Or completely disregard it. All right.
One that I actually brought up.
All right. Thunderbase Studios, hit it.
Guys, believe me when I tell you that this clip is going to shock you. I've done hundreds, almost 1,000 videos at this point. This is probably one of the most absurd things I've ever heard. These kids stand up and fight back against their woke teacher pushing the crazy ideologies on them. I mean, just listen to this.
How dare you? You just really upset someone. Saying things like should be in an asylum.
I didn't say that. I just said if they want to identify as a cow or something, then they're like genuinely unwell. And they've gone, yeah, they're crazy.
True.
You were questioning their identity.
No, I wasn't a question. I was just saying about the gender. I didn't say anything about them.
So where do you get this idea from? There's only two genders.
I just think it's my opinion.
There are only two.
You can't respect their opinion, can't they respect my opinion?
It is not an opinion.
Yes,
yeah, but it's not an opinion.
There's only two
have.
genders. Those people think there's only two genders.
There's only a boy and a girl.
Today. There's no other private part. There's only two.
Gender is not linked to the parts that you were born with. Gender is about how you identify, which is what I said right from the very beginning.
Gender is a
biological sex. There is actually.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But wait.
You should not be.
Yeah, this is a teacher to an elementary school student.
Kids are like 7 and 8 years old.
Wow.
And it sparks all because the little girl, she's sitting facing forward, and the person in front of them decides to turn around and say, "I'm a cow." And the little girl responds back with, "How? You're a human. You can't be a cow. You must be crazy." Which automatically now the teacher's thinking that this student is saying that the person should be in an asylum, and it leads into it. If we continue watching, you'll see how it actually leads into this teacher trying to say that it's homophobia.
What?
No.
Because someone said there. Because someone.
She could be born with male and female body parts or hormones.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, there's three. There's not 300.
Doesn't mean.
Yeah, there's three. I'm talking about biological sex. In terms of gender, there are lots of genders. There is transgender. There is agender, people that don't believe they have a gender at all.
Yeah, but you can't have that. You
can't have that. It's not a law.
No, it's not a law, but it's our opinion. We just don't agree with it. We just think it's all just.
If you have a vagina, you're a girl. If you have a penis, you're a boy.
Yeah.
Right.
But cisgender is not necessarily the way to be. You are talking about the fact that cisgender is the norm, that you identify with the gender that with the sexual order that you're born with or you're with, that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which is really despicable.
How? When it's if I called my mum right now, my mum would be on my side. If I called my mum, she'd say.
Well, that's very sad as well then.
How is it? Those of people agree with that. There's only a small majority of people who actually think that.
True.
And why do you think we have so many problems in the world with homophobia?
Yeah, but
Because
that's not gender.
Yeah.
I'm fine with lesbians and gay people. Same. I've got nothing against them.
Same. But gender there is a link between it. And you're saying that people can't.
Kids are calling another like, how is this illegal?
Making my brain hurt.
Yeah. And think, this is in England. This is in England.
Kids are fighting back. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, lady. You're making my brain hurt.
You're making mine hurt. Although sitting here just listening.
Where it's just like she's educated, but she's not educated in the wrong thing. Gender is not an identity; it's biology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never existed in.
There is no difference between sex and gender. They are the same thing.
Yeah, you're male or you're a female. There is those rare chromosomes that make it they, but it's say
hermaphrodite.
Yeah, it does count as a percentage to actually make it, so it counts the third gender, and that's why you can't.
But the problem with hermaphrodites is that.
But but even then, once a hermaphrodite reaches a certain age, they choose which gender they want to associate with for the rest of their lives.
Or they do it at birth because sometimes the problem is that when a hermaphrodite does happen, they have to remove the organ because sometimes the organ is not fully developed or developed in a way that actually is more that actually does a lot more harm than good.
Mm-hmm.
They need to find out if they're going to be male or female accordingly the proper way because one of them is going to activate and the other one's not.
Yep.
So if you do it to the wrong side, you're going to be sterile, period, no matter what. And your body won't function accordingly or correctly either. Like you may just die sometimes because some of them just die from like imbalanced chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
I
have the gene in me, and I get it.
Well, all people have the potential to make a hermaphrodite. That's
there's a percentage of people that don't have the gene. It's a gene. It's a genetics.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that's where it comes down to defeat the argument is genetics. X, Y, and Y.
Biology, like that student said, it's biology, not homophobia. It's biology. There can't be it just can't.
I love biology. I love it.
But
science.
Anyways, next video.
Just a few days ago, a Danish government minister stood up and said that parts of his own country had started to feel like a suburb of Islamabad. He specifically called out Islamization and said it had no place in Denmark. And then he announced plans to ban the Islamic call to prayer countrywide. Now, if I told you a European politician said that, you would guess Le Pen or the AFD or Orban. You would be wrong. The man who said it was Morten Bodskov. He is a social democrat and sits in a center-left government led by a center-left prime minister governing with the parliamentary backing of an eco-socialist bloc. Unlike France or Germany or Britain, this is a center-left Scandinavian government out here saying the quiet part out loud. So, how did they end up here? To understand that, you have to go back to 2005. In September of that year, a Danish newspaper published 12 cartoons of Muhammad. It wasn't a random provocation. A children's author had complained he couldn't find anyone willing to illustrate a book about Muhammad, as artists were too afraid. The paper's culture editor, Fleming Rose, decided to test whether that fear was real. It was. Of course, this took a very dark turn. By early 2006, Danish embassies were burning. Danish flags were burned from Gaza to Nigeria. There was a boycott of Danish goods. More than 200 people died in protests across the Muslim world. The cartoonists got death threats. A reward was offered in Pakistan for killing them. In 2008, a car bomb at the Danish embassy in Islamabad killed 6. But
That's hardcore. Yeah, this Cyber Dingo, he's a hardcore is an ex-Muslim that is lives in Australia.
Well, he kind of has to because otherwise he'd get killed.
Yeah, he has to wear that mask. He can't show his face. They will try to hunt him. They will try to kill him.
It's just like that one porn actress who
he can't show his tattoos.
She can't. She's gotten actually death threats because of the fact that she did a bunch of porno scenes in a hijab, and it was like, oh god.
Oh, you're meaning Mia Khalifa?
No, I'm thinking of somebody else. It's
no,
you might be right.
Yeah, because she has done a ton of ones in a hijab. Like,
she tries to lie.
Literally, there was one that she was in that was literally called the hijab babysitter.
Yep. Yeah, and it's awkward, but at the same time, when she tries to lie,
hold on, what was that? You just went staticky completely.
Whoa. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So what I was saying is that she denies that she ever did any of it, even though there's proof. And then one guy showed proof, and she freaked out. Try to say that I'm just a clothes designer. It's like, no.
No, you're way too known in the adult industry to just be able to pull that off.
Why do people lie when you do a double take and they try to change the answer? Why do they keep doing that? And you know it's
because some people can't accept the fact that they did something, can never admit to the fact. What Dom? One thing that some people have the most people have the most trouble of doing is saying I am wrong. It's most people
admitting their faults,
and that's the problem.
Yep. Gotta learn from your mistakes. That's what makes you a better person. I like to take a loss every once in a while because it's a learning lesson and how to improve and do things better. Sometimes a loss, though, is dangerous. It could be your life. So be mindful. I've worked hard to learn and say, hey, I'm wrong, I fucked up. But at the same time, when I'm right, I just kind of go, I don't want to say I told you so. So what do I do? And then I kind of forget and just go off to something else. Unless I just get so sick and tired of it, I just scream out loud going, I was right. The fuck? But let's go on to this next one.
How great is this?
It's really something. And the weather, not the best today, but people are still coming out.
People are still coming in. Listen, we need rain, so we'll take it. Well, the farmers need the rain, so we're going to be okay with it.
We do need rain.
What's the year difference?
1976 and that happened a couple of weeks ago. That's happening right now.
Okay.
1976 to 2026.
Oh yeah.
The bottom one was the bicentennial, which was
50 years ago.
A few
50 years ago.
And the top one is what's happening right now in Washington.
Showing the difference.
The fact is that from what I've heard, that whole state fair of theirs was a complete disaster. Nobody showed up. There was barely anybody there. Fox News, the building that the Fox News hosts were in, was actually collapsing while they were in there. You actually saw like parts of the building buckling. The food court, for example, was a joke. Like, for example, a hot dog there was like $21 for one hot dog.
What?
Wow!
I go get a pack in front of the guy.
And if you actually look at Donald Trump said that it was going to be like the most gourmet foods from all across the nation. This thing, I've seen food courts that had more variety than what they had.
I see more footage, but overall, that's just
it was a disaster. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, and then of course Dean Cain also made an announcement about it too.
And Dr. Oz was also on stage saying, "Oh, this is so great! There are so many people." And then literally someone was videotaping him as he was saying that, and just went into this and did a panning shot of just nobody there. And the exhibits, the exhibits were just terrible. North Carolina, for example, had 2 video screens that had Confederate flags on them.
Ooh, wee.
One would be okay because it's part of history.
But that's not even the worst one. They had Miami, Hawaii. All they had was a poster and some chairs. That's it. For Hawaii. It's like
no pictures of hula girls dancing.
Nope, nothing. There was no activities. There was nothing that actually would
Well, Simone we put the Rock over there for a minute. Let the Rock wave and hang out with people.
He did. He said no. All the celebrities that actually were there supposed to be there all canceled because they didn't want anything to do with this.
Well, that's kind of what made it.
Well, it's because the problem is that they originally signed up for it to be bipartisan, which means that we're doing this to help unite the country. But the problem is Trump took it over, and the Trump administration took it over and just made it into a jack-off fest.
Well, no, things are running properly when it comes to all the war stuff. There's a lot of things that are being very touchy that we don't know. And he's been a lot quieter about some stuff, but it's a good thing. There's still other things in there, but the whole party thing, I had to see more footage. But yeah, I didn't know about that fully. I wasn't paying attention to any of that.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was not. From what I saw, it was terrible. It was honestly, I was embarrassed just watching that. I wasn't even there, and I'm embarrassed just watching it.
Yeah, I would have to like I said, to see more footage, but that's later. That's something else. That's just clip it's. That's all they do. But it's still, hey, if it's like that, wow, that's ridiculous.
Well, that's the thing. It's like in the first shot, if you actually saw it, that was the actual Fox News.
Yeah, it was like mimicking the 1970s shots purposely to.
Well, they were doing a comparison, but the thing is that first chunk on the top with the 2000, the 20
show how much of the people were there and how was there then and how it's now.
And what it was is that was the Fox studio, and they had a full like panoramic view of the entire area, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, this is the greatest thing," and there's just nothing there, nobody there.
Like, what was the temperature? Wasn't it like really hot?
No, I think maybe that's also another thing that played a role was also the weather.
Well, and I thought that was just funny because it's just like even Mother Nature was saying.
Well, also you got to think of it this way: New York itself is going through its own problem.
Oh, do we have to explain the obvious what that looks like?
I just said it.
So that's another possibility as to why people didn't show, is because there's already way too many issues. Yeah,
he's all trying to say, "Oh, we're saving money for everybody." No, you're not. He is causing mayhem in the bad way. He is causing chaos and disruption in a bad way. He is weakening the structures from the inside, making it so you can't pay to have and fund the maintenance. He has to lay off maintenance men now because it goes up every year. I know how it goes. I've done contracting. I've done construction work. That shit's expensive. That's why you've got to do things
in New York, where it's like everything is like
like you have to keep everything.
All the pipe work underneath New York is like so old that it would take a century just to patch it all.
Yeah. Not including this one guy had a nice 1970s looking room. He says he hasn't upgraded in years because it would cost more money than it would be worth to rent it out. And I was like, I'd like to keep it in the 1970s, and that'd be cool. He was like, yeah, but you can't for the piping and stuff. I was like, well, that's the only thing you change, and change that. Don't change everything else. Leave it in the 70s style.
Actually, some of the 70s style is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I like some of the 70s and 80s stuff. Mostly 70s. It just looks cool.
Okay, so this is Cam Higby, and he's been kind of trying to pick up where Charlie Kirk left off. Actually,
he's a tough dude. He got pepper sprayed out here in Dearborn. He has been attacked numerous times. People try to literally try to kill him. That's pretty insane.
His license plate has literally been added to the list of ICE agents.
Yep. Yeah.
Even though he is not an ICE agent.
And all he does is just post the truth. Ask questions.
Yep.
Ask the question, post the truth, and they freak. So let's do this.
What's up?
They wanted me to come down here because I heard you say prove Trump isn't a pedophile.
Yep.
I'd ask you
Prove he is a pedophile.
prove he is a pedophile. I would like to ask you what proof do you have that he isn't a pedophile, or what's your view on that?
Well, I can't prove that he isn't a pedophile because that's a negative standard. So I can't prove that something is not something else.
Yeah.
That would be an impossible burden to meet. So I would require that the other person provide evidence that he is a pedophile, and then we can look at that evidence if there is any.
Okay, just first to quantify how much evidence or how many accusations, what amount of data do you need to be able to say that someone is most likely a pedophile?
I would need something concrete outside of an accusation. So if you came up and asked me, what's the evidence that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk? I would say, well, his DNA was on the gun. His DNA was on the bullet. He's videotaped on the roof. He's videotaped off the roof. They found the gun in the woods where we knew he was. It was his grandfather's gun. Yeah. So I think that's, all these things come together evidence. And it's it seems like he did it.
So physical documentation and proof of
any kind of material
claim,
evidence. Yeah. Usually, to prove something, we're going to need a combination of physical evidences, but I would be interested to see what physical evidences you think could be used to substantiate the idea that Trump is a pedophile.
So what would be your view on the 38,000 files Trump has mentioned in the Epstein files?
You're wrong.
You think all of those are false?
I think, first of all, it depends on what you mean by false, because there's one grouping of files where it's literally they're talking about in 2016 or 2015 Trump's first presidential campaign, and they mention Hillary a lot in it too. I don't even think it's Epstein emailing somebody. I think it's somebody who had emailed Epstein who's now emailing somebody else, and they're talking about the debate, and they actually send a whole transcript of the entire debate. And so each time it says Trump : that counts as a Trump mention in the Epstein files. But they're not, it has nothing to do with any kind of sexual misconduct or any kind of crime or even a connection to somebody who's doing that. It's just a mention of Trump, who happened to be one of the most famous and well talked about people in 2015, and then subsequently every year to follow, pretty much up until now.
Okay, so your view is that almost all of those 38,000 or so mentions are just not having to do with sexual crimes or anything popular.
There are some accusations against Trump in the Epstein files, but I think for the most part, that's all they are, is accusations. There's not any material evidence behind them. And if you think there's an accusation in the Epstein files that has material evidence behind it that maybe I haven't seen, I would be very interested to see that.
Okay, what would be the motivation for someone to accuse, or so many different people to make those accusations, if there's no substantiation to it?
There could be a plethora of motives to accuse somebody of a crime, especially when that person happens to be one of the most famous people in the country and one of the most controversial, right?
Yeah.
So if you really don't like him, a great way to damn somebody's character is to accuse them of sexual assault. And a lot of those people end up making a little bit of money off of it. Like E. Jean Carroll, for example. She accused Trump of raping her many decades prior, and she wrote a book, which she made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of. I have a copy of it myself. It's called What Do We Need Men For, I believe. And then she subsequently got tons of media appearances, and she was put in documentaries and on Netflix and on the news and on Good Morning. I don't know specifically all the channels, but she got a lot out of it. So there could be a million different motives. It could be as simple as Trump has a lot of money. E. Jean Carroll received millions just from the settlement for the defamation suit that she brought against Trump. So there are a lot of different motives.
Yeah, so let me ask you,
do
you think
suing her or something right now?
Actually, she hasn't earned any money because Trump's been dragging his feet on that.
Well, yeah, he has more important things to focus on.
He definitely should be in prison.
Okay, well,
and if he's a rapist, like a serial rapist, like apparently everybody
for petty squabbles, he only has so much time to get shit done, We've had people trying to attack us for 47 years, and the math shows like thousands and thousands of attacks only by said specific type of religious cult. So, because of statistics, he's attacking the right people and shutting down the right strategic points in military form. And he's keeping hush hush the right time, and he's telling you, look over here, not over here.
I think he should be like probably put to death.
Yeah. So
he's not.
So you think that
Damn, it's
our
dark.
justice system is perfect and every time has gotten every rapist?
No, definitely not. But especially with high-profile cases like this, and with the amount of accusers, I would assume that probably something would have gotten done about it. Okay, so I don't think it's perfect, but I think in general our justice system is pretty good.
So you think that since he's a high-profile man, that alone sort of sets him aside from those accusations being based on anything other than money?
No,
like,
the accusations get. Are you talking about as
Like-
far as like a conviction, or you're talking about motive?
as far as like motive for someone to accuse him.
Yeah, it could be.
Is it just only because he's rich? Only because he's powerful?
It could be that. It could be that he's rich. It could be that people don't like him. It could be a whole host of things that you and I aren't even thinking about. It could be literally anything that somebody chooses to falsely accuse over.
So if I'd ask you, why do you think that so many other popular, powerful men don't get as many accusations as Trump? Why do you think that he has the majority, like this giant number of accusations?
Well, I think that he's much more hate.
There's a lot of people that get false accusations all the time. I know. I've had to deal with it numerous times in my life. It's annoying. I was just talking to a homeboy and a friend.
Yeah, they're just. It's just that they're not as public with everything. Trump is in the public eye nonstop. So,
Yep,
of course,
they're
any
big-
accusation against him is going to be automatically brought to the public eye.
Big hush hush billionaires and stuff that do said things, and millionaires and stuff, and they sit in the dark because they don't want you to know their name, so you don't sue them.
Well, it's also the thing is that I would be on your guys' side about this, about if Jean Carroll was just one voice in the dark. The problem is she's not. It's like dozens of women who are accusing Donald Trump of the exact same thing. It's like I am more skeptical if it's just one, maybe two people, but the fact that like dozens of people are saying the exact same thing, including his wives, his ex-wives,
Marla Maples and Ivanka.
Oh yeah, there might have been times when he was younger and more.
But
drunk and
because
frisky,
there is no concrete evidence to back what they are saying, just their claims and a picture of them with him. It does not mean that he actually did that. That is a he said, she said situation right
Which is
there.
good,
And it does not hold up in court.
which I agree, it won't hold up in court anyway. So but the problem is that when there is smoke, there's fire, and a lot of these
there could be
that's what I. That's one
but there
thing.
also could be
There's smoke, there's fire.
someone smoking something instead, or just a vehicle putting out. Like it all depends on the scenario. I can't falsely accuse them for everything, but I don't know every story. I know quite a few of them, and I know that most of them are bullshit. I don't know if the
Because
other ones are.
the United States, you know when the last time we declared
hey, we were talking playing grab ass. And that's as far as I know, but I don't know. There's many stories I have no idea about. I gotta still look for more. I don't have as much time as I used to. It sucks, but I love it.
the country's ability to govern.
I would argue that those two examples show less competency to be a president, and
Totally
that
disagree.
the very first thing that you swear to do is uphold the Constitution. And the things that he is doing is not upholding the Constitution.
What has he done that's not upholding the
His
Constitution?
actions in taking war efforts and stuff are not his executive branch's actions and powers to do.
Absolutely, they are. The War Powers Act gives the president the ability to command the military. The president of the United States is the commander in chief of the military.
Yes, and
Do you know that if you held this standard to Trump, you would have to hold this standard to every single president that there has ever been a war under? Because the United States, do you know when the last time we declared war was? The last time Congress declared war formally.
Vietnam?
No.
Was it not even Vietnam?
World
It was
War
World War
II.
II. But
Vietnam, you'd have to
who
say
has the
Vietnam was
power
an
to
illegal war.
declare war?
Korea,
the Congress has the power to declare war.
they have the power to declare war.
So, would you call the Iran conflict right now a war?
I think that it was a war. There's a ceasefire now. And he did it within the amount of time that he is required to wrap up a conflict before Congress has the right to intervene.
Oh, we just asked you to stop doing that. And now we're just going to blow you up. And 3 strikes, you're out, homie. This is like the 10th ceasefire that they have came to is some bullshit. And every time Iran breaks the treaty, it's every time it's been them. It's insane. Like, are they sending camels with a letter saying, "Guys, stop attacking"? I might take 3 weeks. Why aren't you guys communicating through like radio or fucking anything, even SOS or something? Just something. Just
crying out loud. Use a satellite. Send an image.
Right? With a dick pic. I bet he'll look. Seriously. And he might stop raping the goat for 5 seconds. Jeez. Seriously though, it's fucked up. I hate it. But they just won't stop. So we keep teaching them a lesson. And we keep warning them. And then now it's coming to the point where it's just like you don't understand. We keep telling you to stop it. Poking and bugging and prodding and attacking everybody like a rampant animal, like on rabies.
We got 3
Calm
more
down.
videos.
They're literally attacking everybody. Look up all the areas they're attacking. Everyone.
Yes.
I mean, everyone. I mean, holy shit balls. I mean, everybody. They're literally going in a circle. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. What's the next thing?
So, locked in, the White House says, Patriots in control. We are cooking. Breaking news. Iran carried out strikes on U.S. bases in Bahrain in retaliation for U.S. strikes against the Iranian city of Merica. Again, this is Iranian media always trying to frame it. It's like, oh, Iran was just responding. If anyone's been paying attention, actually, for those of you unaware, Iran bombed some ships in the Strait of Hormuz, and then we decided we were going to level their entire port city. That's just what happens, actually. It's because we're a lot stronger, we're better, we're superior, you're inferior, you suckle in our teats, and unfortunately for you, the teats are out of milk. That was a weird metaphor. So then we obliterated them, and then they bombed our bases, then we obliterated them again. They really thought that we were just going to, like, kind of lay off. They're like, oh, Trump wants... Trump. I'm looking at the Democrats. The Democrats are telling Trump that he should end the war, and Tucker Carlson is telling Trump he should end the war. So he's under a lot of pressure from idiots on the inside that are pro-terrorism, like the left. So therefore, we're just going to basically be able to push him and prove that we're superior. That didn't work at all. Iranian state media kept trying to make believe they were epic and stated Iran has no option but to pursue an atomic bomb to remove the military option from the table. That's bad. That's really bad, obviously, for Iran, because that means they're all going to die because Trump is not going to let them get a nuclear bomb. But again, they need to puff their chest out because they were so utterly humiliated. They need to puff their chest out and make it look like they're not complete morons.
Well, then.
Like I said, the fuck. No one believes it until you like we literally just said that and like, look, by the way, the blue Jew. Love this dude. All right. Go Nux and go. You should join us. Nux, join us. Message me or Thunderbase or something. You're welcome to chat with us and argue about internet every Wednesday. I don't care about the follower following. I just care more about just having a good conversation. And then, boy, howdy, is it fun. Let's make it chaotic. All right. Let's check this one out. I'm worried.
This morning, the Supreme Court upheld birthright citizenship. What do you think about that?
A broken clock is right twice a day. And thank God that they actually did uphold this constitutional right, because chaos would ensue not just among like our immigrant community, but also among American citizens. And so I'm glad someone had the forethought to think of those things, since our president did not.
The only country that does it.
Well, it's the fact that this is not actually the thing is that this argument has not been the first time that birthright citizenship has been challenged in the Supreme Court.
No,
like
but...
the fifth or sixth time.
But the reason it's happening is because people are coming over the border illegally and having kids on American soil just to gain citizenship. And that's not how it should be done. They should be American citizens before their child can be called an American citizen. Just because they were born in America, if their parents came here illegally and never got citizenship before the birth, then the child should not be a legal citizen.
Yeah, it's like math. It makes sense. It's just dark, but it's true. Like if it's like that, like now if one of the people is an American citizen and the other one is an illegal, but then they have a child, then yes, I agree. They should stay. They should be an American citizen. As one of the parents is an American citizen.
Well. But if both parents themselves are illegal immigrants, then the child should not be considered a citizen.
Yeah, they got to earn it like everybody else. Let them go through schools, let them go through everything else, and earn their right, which would still be going through being a normal kid in America anyways. Just now you got to have here's your pathway after 5 years old. Yeah, you're an American kid. Why? Because you bugged the fuck out of me. Go. But everybody has their opinion on it and their own choices. My experiences so far have been very negative, so making me more proud of being an American, because I've been attacked by immigrants more than once, more than twice, more than several times. It makes me angry. Fireworks. That's the thing that we're proud of here in America.
Explosives.
Boom, baby. Here's the midnight bomber that bombs. Where I live, they literally banned the place I'm living at. They banned the use of any kind of fireworks in the park, in the trailer park.
Yeah,
no one here is allowed to set off fireworks of any kind.
My apartment complex said no fireworks at all because of reason. Yeah, my apartment complex is saying they said no fireworks.
I'm loving it here because I hear them and I'm just like, yeah. I love fireworks. I miss that with my dad. We used to do fireworks every year.
Did you guys get the illegal kind?
On Saturday, during my set on Saturday, the fireworks from the event that was happening nearby, as they were going off, was at a perfect time during my set that it made it feel even more like a festival style. I had people literally coming by asking if I was a part of the festival that was going on in Old Town. But anywho, last video.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't Afghanistan, that wasn't Pakistan, that wasn't Saudi Arabia, hell, that wasn't the Islamic Republic of Iran. That was our very own Dearborn, Michigan. And before you say, well, Brandon, Dearborn's been lost for a long time now, as if that makes it any better, well, it was also in Chicago. It was also in Houston. It was also in Zohran Mamdani's New York City. It was also in England. It was also in Australia. It was also in Germany. it was also in Denmark. And it's time for a serious conversation about how the left's unscrupulous, insatiable quest for power has threatened the very existence of America. And the ironic part is even the left is now being confronted and threatened by the very monster they created. As always, like the video.
Yeah, this needs to stop. This really needs to stop.
I'm worried.
Again, this is on our own soil. And basically what they were saying are chants of ready to start war. They are basically declaring war on U.S. on our own soil. And Dearborn's the ringleader.
Are we living in a movie? guys, are we living in a movie? Seriously. This sounds
Probably
like
that might be why they took out Jim Carrey, because he starred in the movie that we're based on.
because seriously, this is insane. Like it's like we found out their plan before their 100 years was up to take over properly, and they think they have enough to take over now, and they're attacking early, and they're inexperienced and have no idea what's coming for them. And they're going to attack us, and we're not going to expect it at first. And the first day is going to be atrocity. Yes. After that, that's it. we're taking our country back. We have to defend America, our own people. The Purple People Party, as such. We are here for the people, by the people, of the people. Instead of just left-right football antics or sport antics, we believe in a triforce. You have your power and wisdom fighting left and right. Courage needs to stand up and state that we are for the people. And we are here by the people. And we are of the people. And there is no more of this insanity of control, people holding on to things and manipulating and shady antics. And it needs to not just be here in America. This needs to be something that can also go around the world too. Is there needs to be an understanding of respect and honor amongst people and living, and that this disgust of genocide and trying to murder everybody or put everybody into being slaves or kafir or whatever. No, with a side of no. And how about no? It's terrifying. On that note, though, of the chaotic minds, we have our other promotions to end the stream out with tonight. The GMK, the Grey Mercenary Knights, so we do some of our acting stunts. We do cosplays, amongst other things. We also have our CEO, Chaotic Era Odyssey. The world is chaotic. It's a new era. It's our Odyssey. Trooper?
Tune in on Sunday for the Rolling to Die podcast, where we, as the four gentlemen here, are going to be playing some D&D in a campaign called 2D. Unfortunately, some of us weren't available last week, so Mayhem the Heartspace, being our GM, did the best he could with what he had.
I always have a backup plan. So me and Zenta ran a little thing. I just need to get the microphones more set up. I just need to buy a multi-strip USB. And then I can plug everything in and have everything active and then go from there.
Tune in at Eastern Standard, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Dominant Visions, anything for you to announce for your area of?
And I'll be introducing a new character for my D&D.
Yes, everybody.
No announcements at this time.
All right, brother. I can't wait to see more of your art. Hopefully, we can send it and post it through here sometime for the Chaotic Minds as well, and promote stuff for new Dominant Visions. let me know when, and let our Thunderbase know. You send it to him, and he can
All
post
right.
it. Thunderbase, anything for you before we roll this out tonight, and before Thomas yells at me?
Once again, don't forget to tune in next week for another episode of The Chaotic Minds. I have been Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase. I have been your host for the evening, and I would like to say thank you and good night.